Greetings, 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 royal family. All right, we waited long, so long for this reunion. I know those of you who've been following me for some time, you know I have been griping about the fact that Shahs of Sunset didn't have a reunion. What's taking them so long? Well, season 8 reunion part 1 recently aired, and I have some opinions. So thanks for clicking on the video. Kick back, relax, make sure you are dropping your comments throughout the commentary. Let's get straight into it. All right, so this is some of the cast, and they were all filming from their homes. That's how it's been with a couple of these reunions because of the pandemic. We know that, right? But they didn't give me anything as far as the fashions is concerned. You know, the Shahs, there's usually gaudy glitter, overdone eyeshadow, heavy eyeliner done, you know, sharp suits, tight suits, mousse. I guess because they were home, they were comfortable. Anyway, they start off with Gigi. Let me tell you something. First of all, I checked Gigi's Instagram page prior to the airing of the reunion, right? And Gigi posted a video of herself hitting a blunt, you know, out back. And she said she got to get herself together. She got to get her nerves together, you know, for this Shahs reunion. I don't think it was filmed live. I don't think so. Anyway, so they start off with talking about Gigi and baby Elijah, because you know she has her baby. So they ran her package showing her fertility issues, and it came out, right, that Gigi blocked Nema from social media because Andy was asking everyone, you know, who's seen baby Elijah. The only one out of the Shahs that seen baby Elijah was Reza. They showed a photo of Reza holding the baby. He did have his mask on. No one else saw the baby. Mike is like, we're in the middle of a pandemic, you know, I'm not going to be around any babies, you know what I'm saying, except for his girlfriend's kids. So they said, oh, you know, Gigi's a great mother. Reza's like, I think that she's a great mother, you know, Elijah is so special. Mike, he had his kind words. Even MJ was saying that she always knew that Gigi would be a great mother. And then Nema says he hasn't seen baby Elijah, not even on the internet, because Gigi blocked him. And then he starts to say that she was cyberbullying him, I guess, because she posted some stuff about Nema. Oh, God. Anyway, Gigi, she's still smoking weed. She says she smokes like a couple times out of the week. You know, she definitely keeps her distance from the baby. You know, again, Reza was the only one that met baby Elijah. I thought that was interesting. MJ, she started reading Destiny and Reza. Like, it turned... This reunion was a hot mess and low-key, but I was just happy to see them. It got a little juicy toward the end. Of course, there is going to be a part 2, but, you know, Gigi, she's just like, you know, me and MJ's relationship, you know, it's just going to take us a while to get back to that place. Gigi, I said to myself, when is Loch Nessa going to show up? Like, stop acting like you the Virgin Mary and you're so hurt. So someone asked the question, is Reza trying to replace MJ with Gigi because they've gotten so close? He says no, but that's exactly what I think it is. And they ran the package of all of the things that Gigi did to Reza and Reza's husband. And everyone's wondering, how did they become so tight? I wondered the same thing. I do think that he does it to get under MJ's skin. I don't doubt that he genuinely wants a relationship with Gigi because all of them have known each other for long, right? So I do think he lays it on thick as it pertains to Gigi. He has, especially when it came to Gigi and her fertility issues. You know, he wasn't there for MJ, but he was so emotional to hear that Gigi had fertility issues. And that was also brought up by one of the viewers as well in the form of a question. So, of course, you know how Reza do. He tries to, residue, that's so funny. He tries to like make an excuse for everything. Anyway, we move on and see Paulina, who is Mike's girlfriend. She's still sticking around. She joins the reunion. Now, she has 2 children, a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. And Mike is just so in love. He's enjoying quarantining with his girl and her two children. He feels great about raising those two little kids. Reza, he feels that Paulina makes Mike like a great man. Nema even said that Paulina has softened Mike. So everyone is in agreement that Paulina is good for Mike. So they, of course, bring up the trip that they had when MJ said what she said to Paulina in reference to Mike being controlling. So Mike says that MJ likes to test people. Let me tell you something. Y'all gonna leave Mike alone, okay? He says MJ likes to test people, and she comes across as jealous whenever a new girl, comes around. Now, I just think that Mike did not want his skeletons to come out, and he was mad that MJ kind of overstepped her bounds and kind of told Paulina, look, Mike is very controlling, and he is controlling. I mean, it is what it is. But he's happy with Paulina. Paulina's happy with him, so it's all good. So yeah, he's still mad. And he's keeping his composure, but it later on plays out in the reunion that he still has a grudge with MJ for that. So as far as Mike and Reza, something happened at BravoCon, but now they're cool. I guess they were posting stuff back and forth, Reza, he started crying, and Mike has been there for me and this guy, They love each other. Long and short of it, they're always going to fight, but I do feel that they have a genuine bond. They have a genuine friendship, and it's great. I still don't know what happened at BravoCon. They didn't get into it, but they love each other. Hip, hip, hooray. All right, on to Nema now. Of course, they talked about his teeth. They so wrong for that. Nema has always been annoying to me. He's very annoying. He did go into talking about his relationship with his father. He says that there is a relationship, they're building a relationship. He's still hurt, but he's optimistic. Girl, let me tell you something. While he was talking, Loch Nessa showed up, okay? Gigi put on her sunglasses. This is not funny, but it was. Gigi put on her sunglasses because Nema was talking, and he says, for my father to come on our show, or he said my show, or our show, or something like that, was a big step for him. We're working on our relationship. Gigi, oh my God. This girl, Loch Nessa, is back. She puts on her sunglasses, y'all. And she was like, she was acting real, oh God, like whatever. Like, this kid is talking about our show. She just starts shading him. So Gigi was basically high, honey. Okay. And Andy even said it. Andy said, look, Gigi, I know you're high right now. See, let me tell you something about that Andy Cohen. Some of the shots that he's throwing at like Gigi and even MJ during this, and even Destiny, because he told Destiny, no, you wait. He wouldn't pull that foolishness with the housewives. But anyway, this is a completely different show. So Gigi was high, and Andy's like, Gigi, I know you're high, but Nema is on the show, so he's a part of the show. Gigi's just like, whatever. Gigi's whole thing is he's griping about having to be vulnerable with his family when the rest of the cast, who's been there from the beginning, has shown the best and the worst of themselves in their families. I guess that's what she was trying to get at, but she's over Nema. She wants him to move, but why she put on those glasses? She's so petty. Destiny and Mike, they gave their opinions about Persian parents and kind of like piggyback off of what Nema said, being supportive of Nema and kind of trying to like break up Gigi embarrassing herself and doing too much. So Gigi, Reza, and Destiny, they posted mean things about Nema's teeth. And I guess Nema didn't take too kindly to that. Gigi feels that, she said this kid tried to come on the show and act like he's been here since day one. We've been holding it down. Like I said, the old Gigi was back for a second. Gladly she showed up. I'm glad she showed up because it was getting a little bit boring. What I don't understand though is what's the static between Nema and Gigi now all of a sudden? Because she went from flirting with Nema, the two of them went from flirting with each other like in the last 2 seasons to just basically acting like Gigi's acting like she wasn't in an entanglement with him, right? Like it was like a situation it's complicated type deal. Anyway, we move on to see Miss Destiny, honey. So Naked Jenga comes up, of course. Destiny said that she felt bad, having to tell Reza about Adam played Naked Jenga while he was out of town. This was on the first episode of season 8. She had Mike accompany her to tell Reza about what she heard from Ali. And Destiny kept saying in that scene, Mercedes knows, MJ knows, MJ knows. So they didn't dive too much into that at that point. Sarah's brother comes up. I don't know why. MJ, she ends up walking off. She just out of nowhere. I get, because MJ's been quiet. She's been quiet. She look annoyed. She look like she don't even want to be bothered. But in the middle of Destiny talking, MJ don't want to hear that. MJ walks off. And she says that, look, I need more accountability from Reza. Then MJ comes back. You know who had the funniest reactions? Gigi and Mike. Let me tell you something about Mike. Mike comes across as the peacemaker of the group, right? But Mike is like, oh, Jesus Christ. He's like, oh, God. Like, he is so over MJ and her theatrics. Like, you could tell that they're brother and sister. They love each other. They've been friends forever. But they can't stand each other sometimes. But Mike's reaction is just like, oh, gosh, here we go with the drama. Hilarious. So MJ goes off screen for like a millisecond and then comes back. Then the next scene we see, they go into talking about Reza and Adam, who I can't stand Adam. Don't like him. Adam joins. And MJ, she asks Reza, why didn't he show up to the hospital when she almost died during childbirth? Like, MJ has had enough. She don't care about the sequence of Andy's questions. She don't care about none of these, viewer questions. She came here to get to the bottom of this foolishness because she was quiet for a while. Reza said that Tommy, I don't know where this came from, that Tommy, who is MJ's husband, was put up to this by MJ. Like, Reza be lying. Anyway. So Reza claims that Tommy told someone that MJ put him up to all of this for ratings. I don't believe Reza. MJ, she calls out Adam for being the one who brought Ali into the group. And they made it seem throughout the season like MJ, that was MJ's friend, and she was the one that brought him into the group and on the show, right? Reza said that Adam never sent any pics of himself. They were all pornographic memes. This whole text gate, Adam sending inappropriate text messages. Reza, again, is his husband, so of course he's going to defend his man. I get it. He says he made it clear that Adam did not send pictures of himself. They were pornographic memes that he sent to other gay men as well as Ali. So Mike said that Adam was guilty of sending the inappropriate text to people. Mike says that's the only thing that Adam was guilty of. And Mike also said that MJ was wrong for encouraging Ali to come on the show. Now, Mike lost me with this one. This is when MJ goes off because she said she's not responsible for bringing him on the show. And I was like, hold on. When did MJ do that? If you're going to blame somebody for bringing Ali on the show or into the group, wouldn't that be production to blame for him coming on the show? No? But of course, they're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. We see what Nene is going through. Anyway, I called it. Before this reunion came out, I called it. I knew that they were going to gang up on MJ during the reunion. And I'm still lost. How is MJ responsible for Ali being on the show? Once again, Adam is absolved of all responsibility, and I can't stand it. MJ started going off, like I said. Andy, he asked MJ if she was trying to get back at Reza because of a contract dispute. Now, when Andy asked this, I seen Reza snapping his finger like, yeah. Reza said that MJ betrayed him. Now, this is when the part 1 of the reunion is coming to a close. And I'm like, what are they talking about? What contract dispute? Here's what I want to know. I want to know, how did MJ betray Reza as it pertains to a contract dispute? They better get into that next episode. Because I recall Reza going on his social media and he said some wild stuff about MJ, his so-called friend of 30 years, right? He was just telling all her private medical business about her, talking about her whole reproductive system. and what she chose to do and not do, talking about her. It was a mess. This is the first time that I'm hearing about a contract dispute. How would she betray him? Now look, Reza is a liar, in my opinion, and MJ is too, right? But until Reza proves what this so-called contract dispute is about, I don't believe anything he says. Nothing. And once again, Adam, who was the cause of all of this, is innocent. Ugh, gosh, I can't stand him. I wouldn't doubt it if he wanted to see Reza and MJ part ways, because we've seen how tight MJ and Reza were, and Adam could be jealous a little bit, or he could just not like MJ at all. Like, I just don't understand how he is getting away scot-free. I am not feeling that. But again, I know that Reza is going to defend his man. That's his husband. I get it. Mike and Reza are cool, so he doesn't want to rock the boat. But if he was beefing with Reza and Adam, he totally would call Adam out more. That's how it works with these Shahs. But yeah, it was cute. You know what I mean? It was cute. This is how I felt after watching the reunion. I felt where Gigi was coming. But again, a contract dispute. If I'm missing, I may be missing something. I don't watch What Happens Live, so maybe there was a Watch What Happens Live that I missed, or something that I missed on social media. How could MJ have betrayed Reza over a contract dispute? And Andy, why are you bringing that up? What do you know? Oof, I can't stand Andy or Adam. All right, Royal Family. So this concludes this episode, or this video, for the Shahs of Sunset Part 1, Season 8 reunion. I mean, I feel like I'll take whatever I can get. I waited long enough, Part 2 looks like it's going to be more exciting. Reza's going to be crying. MJ's going to be crying, just like we've seen in previous reunions. They fight hard, betray each other hard, and then cry and make up. But I still don't think that they're going. I think MJ is done. I really do. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I was MJ, I'd be done too. That's not going to work because of the situation that happened with Tommy on Reza's property. I'm not condoning what Tommy did. I'm not condoning what Reza did either. That is definitely going to cause friction as far as Reza and MJ's relationship if they reconcile. It's not going to work. Adam don't like MJ, and Tommy can't stand Reza or Adam. So it's just not going to work. I think it's the end, and I could be wrong. So if you know about this so-called contract dispute, put it in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the reunion. Like the video if you liked it. So I'll be back next week, Royal Family, with part 2 of the long overdue Shahs of Sunset reunion. They better kick it up. We've waited long enough. Signing off for now. Until next time. Peace.